Welcome back to the channel, guys. It is currently 8:49 p.m. on November 15th, 2022, and it is potentially the Cadillac's first snowstorm drive. Now, if this is a video, it was worthy enough to be a video in my eyes. If this footage is only ever seen by future Braden, then hi, future Braden. Hopefully the GoPro is picking it up, but you can kind of see it in the light there. That is the snow we're getting so far. Now we're down right now at the Pan Am pool, which is in the Oshawa area in the GTA, and I have to go down the east on the 401 and north of the 115. And when the North 15 and Highway 35 cross, it's a point on the highway. The camera battery just died, so I just quickly changed the camera. Wow, English is hard. But basically what I was saying is, at that intersection of Highway 115 and Highway 35, when you cross that, the weather either gets worse or gets better. So it's either gonna be less snow than this or more snow than this. We'll see. Now, I just had a new set of snow tires put on the Cadillac, but when I was walking out of the pool there, me and one of the coaches, we both slipped and almost fell because some black ice was on the concrete there leaving. So this could be a really interesting video, or it could be literally nothing and you never see this footage ever. But I might upload it anyway because it's the first snowstorm with the Cadillac, which is the resident winter beater this year. I don't know if it's because I'm Canadian or what, but I do love a good snowstorm. Couple minutes in, so far so good. Got some music playing. I mean, I've got it muted right now because I'm talking to you guys, but so far so good. I mean, the 401, actually I have wood. Knock on wood, traffic is moving all right so far. And yeah, a lot of rigs out tonight. Chris, actually, from this video up here in the corner, Chris is getting his trucker's license. So Chris is gonna be driving these things soon. So Chris, if you're watching, if you ever do a cross-country drive, I want a co-pilot seat, if you're allowed to do that. I don't know if you're allowed to do that, but if you are, I want in on that. Gotta love a freight train just going through a snowstorm. I don't know if that's a Canadian thing or that's a train guy thing, or I don't know, but either way, I like it. It needs to be louder. All right, it's not gonna look too different for you guys, but we have hit the 115. Geez, I'm gonna get my highway straight. So we have hit the 115. We're running on that much gas, and there's the last gas station before we get back to Peterborough. Now, it's very expensive at that gas station. I saw 162, which is a little bit more than I think it is in Peterborough right now. These gas stations at the south end of the 115 are normally a lot more expensive than the gas stations in Peterborough. So I've got a little over 1/8 of a tank. That might have been a bad decision. So I've got a 68-liter tank, and I've burned 52 liters of it. So first snowstorm, potential snowstorm of the year, why not, right? Yeah, I think we've got about 50 or so minutes, 50 minutes, 45, 40 minutes or so. And I think we're about 10, 15 minutes away from the 115 at Highway 35 crossover. So if the weather gets better, sweet. If the weather gets worse, it'll get interesting. We've made it to the 407, and the snow looks to have chilled out a little bit. This is one of the few sections of the highway right now that is 2 lanes, because on southbound and northbound on the 115, there's a bunch of zones. There's 2 going south, and 3 going south, 2 going north, where they have it closed down to 1 lane. We're gonna enter one right here. Do you see what I mean? They bring you in, so the 407 merge lane, 115, and they bring you into 1 lane here. Single lane, September 6th to December 28th. Oh, but there's a little bit of snow accumulation here, so I wonder if the storm's already, well, the storm has already gone by. I'm not even seeing snow in the lights anymore, so maybe this video is a bit all for nothing. Highway 35 though is like 2 or 3 minutes up the highway, so we'll see. I don't want to say we're in the clear, but it sure is looking like that. All right guys, here's the turnoff for Highway 35. So where the truck on the right's turning right, that's 35. 115, we're going straight. This is usually where the weather's either gonna get worse or it's gonna get better. Immediately, I'm seeing a little bit more snow accumulation on the side of the lanes, but the snow, like the blowing snow, seems to have stopped. So we'll find out as we continue on here. If there's nothing exciting, I'll just see you in Peterborough. We're a few minutes in and I see emergency lights on the other side. What's going on? I hope everybody's all right. It is -3, so you could have some black ice. Oh, car in the ditch. Holy shit, on its roof. Holy. The Cadillac is also saying it's -3 outside, so -3 plus wet roads, that is a recipe for black ice. Holy shoot, there's more. We're like 2 minutes, not even, 45 seconds to a minute down the road from the last thing. And what's going on here? I see ambulance, fire department, police. I don't know if the camera picked it up, maybe it did, but there was another vehicle on its roof. So yeah, we're gonna be careful. I'm guessing with what I just saw back there with those 2 accidents that there's probably black ice out. A lot of blowing snow, and if the roads are wet, it'll make for some sketchy conditions driving. Well, traffic has slowed to, we're doing about 70 now. And the GoPro's really not picking it up, but the road basically now, if I give the Cadillac some gas, it spins up the wheels. I mean, it does that easily, but dry pavement at this speed, it just hooks and books. So there's definitely ice on the road, snow accumulation, and the 115 is known for wind blowing across certain sections of it because it's just farm field on either side of it on certain bits of it. So that's probably why those cars were in the ditch on their roof. But yeah, we're just making our way. But you see what I mean? Back in the GTA on the south side of the 35 turnoff, that it wasn't that bad, but now that we're on the north side of it, it got worse. True to tradition, the 35 turnoff was the marker where it indeed got worse. Trying to see if you guys can see in the headlights the snow blowing. It's I mean, it's There's certain parts of the highway where it's really easy to see it. This part, you're sheltered a little bit from it, but you can kind of see it blowing there. There's some parts where you get these huge snow drifts and the plows have to plow it so frequently so that it doesn't happen. One of the videos, actually, this video over here, last year, one of the roads, they completely closed, Tapley Quarter Line, we just passed it, because the snow drifts were so big. Now, you know, granted, us being me, Cam, Theo, Sean, Trevor, I think Simon was out that night, maybe Keegan, or Theo was definitely there, Keegan was there too, maybe. We went and drove down that road in the Civic, even though it was closed. Well, me and Theo did, we made it down. But the snow drifts were huge. Like, if you remember, they were taller than Sean, or not taller than Sean and I, but Sean and I could stand on them, and we were well above the roof of the Civic. We are really getting quite low on fuel, too. And there's the sign for Airport Road. Well back within county limits. We've pretty much made it to well, we're in Peterborough. We're not off the highway yet, but we have made it back to Peterborough. Back to some civilization. I think it's safe to say we've made it back into town. Not made it home, but we have made it back into town. And it's definitely more the black ice that's a concern tonight. Like, there's a little bit of snow accumulation right there, but nothing snow tires can't handle. It's the black ice, because the water, like, you know, the water accumulates and then it drops to its 3 below, and that's enough to freeze it, and then you get black ice, and that's what really gets people. I also just noticed as I got into town here, the Cadillac just crossed over 269 nice 1,000 kilometers, which means I have put 9,000 kilometers on this car since I got it. All right, guys, so we made it back to Peterborough, and as you can see, the weather here isn't too bad. Just stopped at the Shell to put some gas in the Cadillac just in case the weather gets worse overnight. I'll have a little bit more than no gas in the tank. 158 here in town, so marginally better than the 115. Not really the first snowstorm vlog of the year, but I guess first time me and the Cadillac have seen any sort of snowfall together. If you like this video, don't forget to like this video, comment on this video, and subscribe to this channel. There will be lots more snow content coming for you this winter. I'm very excited. See, I don't hate the cold and the snow. I hate road salt. That's my thing, because the salt is what destroys cars. Like, when you see videos of supercars or sports cars bombing around on just the snow, I love that. I love seeing cars in the snow. It's the salt. I hate the salt, because the salt sends cars to their graveyard. But I hope to get out plenty of times in the snow and keep the cars as in good a shape. We'll keep the Cadillac in as good a shape as I can, given all the salt we're gonna see. But I am very excited for more winter content for as long as we have it. And I will see you guys on the next episode of Scully Productions. Have a good night.